Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Craig, the Spirit of Vinyl. Hope you guys are all having a great day here, a great Friday. Um, as I record this anyway, I want to say cheers to everybody. Today's beer is Voodoo Ranger Fruit Force. Says it's a fruit punch IPA. I'm sure I've had it before. Drink these Voodoo Rangers all the time. One of my favorite mainstream beers are the Voodoo Rangers. I found these tall boy cans, 2 for $5. They were $13 for a 6-pack, so I bought 4 of these instead. Saved money, probably got more beer out of it. Ooh, man. Cheers. Hope you guys are having a great week. Let's get this thing started, right? All right, so still doing dumpster finds. I'm on part 4 now. Probably 10 more to go. I'm going to keep doing them until I go through everything that was found in that dumpster that day in October, almost 5 years ago. That basically kickstarted this channel and my obsession with vinyl records. I already had an obsession, but it was nothing compared to when I found all those records. So, continuing on, this is my what I call my rock pop section, and I got a couple of various in here. I've only got 9 or 10 today because I'm at the end of that section, and then next week I'm going to start off with probably my, I don't know, I think I'll go with my hard rock section next. And there'll be a lot more of that, you know. I've done the country already, and this is the rock pop section, but then we'll get into the meat of it. But this is all pretty good stuff, so get my notes here so I can make sure I know all the dates of when all these came out. So we're going to start off with, it all came together. This is Stevie Nicks' Belladonna. This is a 1981 Japanese press, which is the year the album came out. Nice obi on here. There's the back cover. Beautiful picture of Stevie right there. Belladonna, kind of woman, stop dragging my heart around. Think about it after the glitter fades. Edge of 17. I mean, Edge of 17 and Stop Dragging My Heart Around. Those are great songs. Leather and Lace, Outside the Rain, The Highwayman. What can be said about Stevie Nicks? I mean, this came out in, like I said, this was 1981. I would have been 12. I was in love with this woman when I was 12 years old. I mean, can you blame me? No, of course not. This, like I said, Japanese pressing. It had this, here's an American, this is English. I said American like some dumbass. This is the English lyric sheet. Nice picture of her and her group on the back and the thank you list and all of that. And here's the Japanese sheet. It's just one-sided. It's blank on the other side. I've seen kind of nicer Japanese inserts that usually open up and stuff, but so there's this one here. And the record is on this WEA label. Nice, cool, nice and shiny, of course. Looking perfect. Great record. I do like this album. And, you know, The Edge of 17 is, I mean, I loved that song. I have since it came out in the 80s. So, all right, next we're going to move. Hang on, more beer. Cheers. Another Japanese pressing coming up. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, self-titled album. So there's your nice obi on the back. It's got the names of the songs on there. Rockin' On With You, Breakdown, Hometown Blues, The Wild One, anything that's rock and roll, Stranger in the Night, Fooled Again, Mystery Man, Luna, American Girl. There's your track listing right there. Picture of the band. This obi does move, so you can see the other side. A lot of the obis don't like to slide. I never try to force them because I don't want them to tear. So this is a great record. I mean, they're self-titled. This is a 1977 In Japan, this is a 1977 press. The album actually came out in 1976. So I don't know if it's the first time it was released in Japan or if it's considered a reissue. It didn't say reissue on Discogs. There's the insert. There's your Japanese writing on the one side and English is on the other. And it's on Shelter Records. Cool little label with the Shelter logo with the egg and the ring and the moon on there. Very cool. Very cool. Nice, perfect looking, perfect sounding near mint vinyl, of course. As most of them were. So more Tom Petty. This one's Damn the Torpedoes. This is the 1979 U.S. Pinckneyville Press. There's the back cover there. There's your track listing right there. Refugee, Here Comes My Girl. I mean, Don't Do Me Like That. Just excellent Americana music. Honestly. Like I said, that's a U.S. pressing. It came... there's the inner sleeve. You know, even the inner sleeve has very little damage to it. And this is on Backstreet Records. There's your... Oh, see, I always flip them upside down. There's the... So, once again, looking nice. I guess I didn't really go over the track listing on that one. It kind of screwed that one up, didn't I? Oh yeah, Refugee, Here Comes Girl. Yeah, maybe I did go through that. Sorry, it's been a long week. Kind of befuddled in the brain. Maybe I need more beer. Okay, and more Tom Petty. Tom Petty, and this is Hard Promises. This one is also, this is an OG 1981 press. Actually, no, this is a reissue. It's a U.S. Pinckneyville press, but it doesn't have a date and when it came out reissue-wise. It originally came out in 1981. I can't say this is much older than that. It's probably, because from the era of the music, of the records I found that day, they're all kind of from that. They don't get much newer than like 84, 85, so I can't say that this is that much behind the 81 original pressing on there. There's the back cover there. This has got the weighting on it. That's really the only radio hit that I know of. There's your track listing right there. This one also has a nice, solid, thick, shiny cardboard inner sleeve. And it also had a lyric sheet that it came with. That feels like it should open up. It's heavy enough, but I guess not. Oh, it does open up. So there's the lyric sheet there. There's a picture of the guitar on that side, and then it opens up and it's got this nice little poster on the inside. So all that came inside that U.S. pressing. So very nice packaging. It's also on Backstreet Records. Label's different than they got their own label on this one compared to the last one on Backstreet was the normal Backstreet Records label. This one's got the Tom Petty and the special stuff on there, so that was pretty cool. And then I don't know why I didn't pull this one out. This one was this one kind of threw me off when I found it with all the rest of the music that's on there. Weird Al Yankovic. This is the debut album from Weird Al. From 1983. This is a U.S. pressing. It's a Pitman press. this has got Ricky, Got a Boogie, I Love Rocky Road, Buckingham, Stop Dragging My Car Around, My Bologna, The Check's in the Mail, Another One Rides the Bus. I mean, Mr. Frump and the Iron Lung. But yeah, it's got Another One Rides the Bus, Ricky, and I Love Rocky Road in here, and Stop Dragging My Car Around. I mean, for a debut album, I mean, come on. There's a ton of hits on here. Freaking Weird Al. Very cool cover. It's got all the little things on there. It's on Rock and Roll Records. Let's get that so you can read that. Rock and Roll Records. Look how shiny and perfect it is. So I've played this a couple times. It's a fun listen. Great story about Weird Al that doesn't really involve me, but my brother went and saw Weird Al, I don't know, 10 years ago at a state fair in Utah, and he texted me, Weird Al, him and his wife and his daughter, Weird Al, there's a whole bunch of weirdos here, a whole bunch of dorks. And I texted back, yeah, there's at least 3 more there too, besides the ones you're looking at. So he didn't think that was too funny, but I'm like, hell, you're the one that went. And I tell you what, I would have went to see Weird Al. Weird Al is an American icon. Okay. Next up, it's the Japanese press is Zappa live in New York. Or it's just called Zappa in New York. This is a 1977 Japanese press. There's the back cover. This is a live album. There's your track listing. If you can read that or not. Opens up on the inside. Got all this cool stuff in it. Let's see here. Came with, there's your insert. Japanese and English writing on some of this. And like I said, that's a double record set. And the records are on discrete. Kind of cool looking. I've played this album once. And I don't know. I guess I just don't get it. Maybe I just don't understand Zappa. Maybe I need to give it another listen. I almost sold it one time, but the guy who was interested in it, like, oh, wait, I already have that. He just wanted to know if it was different because he had the U.S. press and I had the Japanese one. So we went over the track listing and everything else. And he's like, oh, no, it's fine. I have a copy. So, yeah, I guess I just don't understand this. Maybe I need to give it a listen again. You know, I mean, you'd think it'd be right up my alley. You know, first 2 songs, one's called Titties and Beer, and the second song is called I Promise Not to Come in Your Mouth. So, you know, but that avant-garde jazzy fusion thing is just probably just not my style. So I don't quite get it. Maybe that's my biggest thing, is I just don't get it. So, all right, next up, 1978. This is Boney M, Night Flight to Venus. This is a Japanese press. Obi is gone, though. I kept this because my son's like, you have to keep Boney M. I'm like, why the hell am I going to keep Boney M? And he's like, it's got Rasputin on it. So, yeah, it has Rasputin. Rah, rah, Rasputin, right? They say Rasputin instead of Rasputin. But, yeah. So, there's the inside. There's the back, them looking all cool and disco-like. You can see a little bit of ring wear right there. And in the front. I honestly don't know why Mike, that's the guy who owned these records for me, would have this. This is the only thing like this that was in that collection that I found that day. And like I said, the only reason I kept it is my son said I had to keep it. You know, he's a Gen Zer, and that Rasputin thing was a big in the meme culture for a while, so he would not let me sell it. So I kept it. I've played it a couple times. Kind of cool, disco sound. There's your Japanese inner right there to show that it is a Japanese press. But like I said, the Obi is gone. It was gone before I ever got it. And it's on the Atlantic Records label. on that one side, and then the other side has the front cover of the record on it. So, yeah, kind of a cool disco sounding thing. So, you know, like I said, I kept it for my son, but I have enjoyed it the couple times I've played it. Okay, so next up is the weirdest record in this collection. Weird in its own way. I'm not sure. So this is USAF F-15 Eagle. And this is a non-music record. This is a Japanese pressing. Came out in 1981. And there's the back. And the inside has a picture of the F-15 on there. The record is kind of cool. It's called F-15 Super Fighter. So it's got the Eagle. And then the other side is that. So what this is basically it's got a prologue. I've played this, some of it anyway, not all of it, of course. And then you hear the engine start and the startup of the engine, and you hear talking from the pilot, and then it taxis down the runway, and then it takes off, and then it's got other takeoff things, and it's got cockpit recordings and talking, and it's basically just them, you know, dogfight training and landing and everything else. So that's what it is, and I have no idea. I'd never seen anything like it at all. I didn't know stuff like this existed until I found this, but it's kind of cool. And that also makes me wonder. I always whether the guy was in the Air Force or not, because I mean, it's obviously he was military. Because I have stuff from all over the world, Japan, Netherlands, and so on in this collection. So, but yeah, so it has this insert here. It's got this picture, and on the inside, it has pictures of the jets lined up. It's got a bunch of stuff, Japanese written there, more pictures. This is like, you've got this on the inside, and the back has schematics of the jet from the underside and all the parts and everything else, like a blueprint. And then there's, let's see, this one is also, yeah, so this one is that, and then it opens up and you get a picture of the cockpit and more writing, and then more back here, and then it also has, this is a giant, fairly large poster on one side with the schematics. There's some pictures, and on the other side it shows like the inside of it, the cockpit, the undercarriage, all of this. So I mean, this is really kind of cool, but also, like I said, kind of weird. I have no idea what the point of this is, other than you like the airplane. Now I gotta make sure I fold that up real nice so I don't screw up the value, right? There we go. So all of that in this thing here, F-15 Super Deluxe 1981 Japanese pressing of the F-18 or the F-15. I kept saying 18, sorry. F-15 Eagle. So kind of cool. I'm wondering, I don't know if the F-15, if that was an Army plane, Air Force. I grew up around an Air Force base and they had F-16s, so that could have been, you know, a different generation. So that was in there too, and I thought that was really cool. I thought about selling it, but really to find somebody who would want that, I think I'd need to find a guy who was also kind of a plane guy or a military collector or something like that to really, if I was going to send it off to anybody, to somebody who would enjoy it, would be somebody like that who collects military antiques, or, you know, who is a fighter jet guy or a pilot who collects records or used to fly him or something like that, I would gladly pass it on to somebody like that. But if not, I'm just going to keep it. So, all right, that's all I had for today. That's everything. Like I said, next week we start over on another section. That was the end of the rock, pop, and the various section. So now next week we're into hard rock, and we'll get into metal and some new wave of British heavy metal and stuff like that coming up. That's a lot more of what this collection is a lot more rock. And, like I said, we're on episode 4. I probably got 100 or so left. So, yeah, we'll just keep on going. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I really do, because that's what I've decided to do. I hope you all enjoy it. I really appreciate you all watching it. Cheers to all of you. Have yourself a great weekend. And hope you guys are all well out there. Like I said, I really appreciate you guys all watching. Thank you very much, and I'll talk to you all later.